All right, let's say that I have this shape right here and I have this shape right here, and I want to fuse them together so it's one single object. What most people will do, and I'm going to show you why this doesn't work, is they'll go in and they'll press Control J. Now, if you've seen my tutorials before, obviously you know we'd use a union boolean, but let me show you why you don't want to join these together. When you join this, these are still physically separate objects. If I press the L key, they're not physically fused together, as you can see. They're joined together as one object in object mode, but that doesn't mean that they are physically joined together on a geometry level. Now, technically, what I could do here is I could select everything. I could start kind of merging things together. So, for example, I could perhaps go in here and merge some of this stuff together. I could merge that one there. I could merge this one there. I could maybe symmetrize over to the other side. And then I could go in here and delete out these faces. And I could patch, all of this up manually, but look at how much extra work I have to do. It's joined together incorrectly. So I basically have to patch this thing up manually and then fill this all in together. It's just a pain. And I can do that, as you can see right here. Now it's a single object because I patched everything up, but it's a lot of clicks. It's very confusing. And the more complex it is, the less easy you can actually do this. So if you're trying to physically fuse two objects together, you do not want to use Control J. You want to use a union. And let me show you what happens when we use a union instead. I'm just going to undo this operation. So now we're still going to have, this object here and this object here. But this time I'm going to go in. I'm going to run a union boolean here. I'm going to select this object. I'm going to change the operation for the solver to exact to make sure that's set up properly. And honestly, I could scale that in on the Y a bit just to get it closer. Doesn't really matter too much. But now what I can do is I can apply this boolean and everything is going to be physically merged together. There's still a bit of a mess because we're occupying the same axes basically. So what I can do is I can select everything. I can use machine tools to clean up the junk. And then I could run a limited dissolve, set this to a low value like 0.1. And then right here, I just have some slight areas to merge. So I can select everything, merge by distance, slightly increase that value. And everything is nicely merged together now. Can just remove this edge marking. And you're going to see how much quicker that was. The reason that was quicker is because when I use a union, it is physically going to join the geometry together as opposed to what we had before where it was just one single object in object mode. So you can kind of see I don't have to go in here and remove any extra vertices. The union boolean has essentially already done that for me. So let's do another kind of a more advanced example here. I'm going to take a cube like this, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to maybe just chamfer this right here. Just add a bevel here. I'm just making a random shape. Don't take it too seriously. And then I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to add in a cylinder, rotate this. I honestly could have just done a circle. Doesn't matter. And then I'm going to delete out the half of this area here. I'm just going to scale this maybe by 0.5. And I'm going to position this right about here. And then just to be a bit more precise, I'm going to go into vertex snap, and then I'm just going to take this vertex, let's snap it here, and then I'll just go ahead and delete these just so we have this area. And then just to be exact, I'll go ahead and just snap this vertex exactly on that one, and then that one exactly on that one. And then I'll extrude this all the way over to here, Shift N to recalculate the normals, and then I'll go ahead and just go in here. I'll fill that. I'll fill that, and then I'll fill this interior area here as well. So again, if I wanted to fuse this together, I don't want to go in and use a join, because if I press Control J, it looks like it's set up, but now we have this interior face. I'd have to go in, delete out that interior face, and then I'd have to get in here, merge that geometry together. Yes, I could automate that a little bit. And that, in this case, it's going to work. You can see I essentially did the same exact thing, right? But what if I just used a union boolean instead? I could just go in and once again, just make sure that's snapped. And then I'll just go in, run a union boolean. I'll go to this one, set it to exact. You generally want to use exact when the faces are on the same plane. So we'll set that to exact and then apply it. And now there's obviously not going to be any interior face here. All I really need to do is just clean up any of the junk. And then I could run a limited dissolve. And just in case, I don't think we have any overlaps here. Maybe we do. Then I'll just run a quick merge by distance. Just a lot quicker when you're using this combo. I do this a lot. I use the union boolean and then I use machine tools rather to clean that up with the 3 key. And then to remove any redundant geometry, kind of like this edge right here, I run a limited dissolve. And then finally, if there's any slightly overlapping vertices, you can simply run a merge by distance and slightly adjust this value by holding the shift key. It's a lot quicker. It's a lot more natural way to kind of merge things together, and you're going to get a very, very clean result here. And then you can just go in and, continue your modeling process and kind of design whatever you want. If you want to learn our entire hard surface modeling workflow in under 2 weeks with about 30 to 60 minutes per day of work, like nearly 5,000 students have done at this point, we're running the best program on the market right now for learning this. Again, all the results speak for themselves. So if you want to learn hard surface modeling, the full workflow in the quickest and shortest time possible, let us help you. Check out our accelerator program and the link in the top of the description or in the pinned comment to learn more about that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.